dating and relationships. Why are you avoiding going on dates even though you should have? But this week you were just busy. You were just, things had to be done at home, or your business, your career were really busy, so you didn't go on dates. Or maybe you want to commit, but then you feel like, yeah, maybe he isn't the right one. And while there are so many reasons, let's talk about the biggest subconscious blockage that I myself have been facing today. And this reason and this example can be also applied to other life areas, like why are you avoiding going to the gym? Why are you avoiding making money? Why are you avoiding different, like whatever your goal is, okay? So you can translate it. So the example I have for you that I have faced today is that I was avoiding going to gym. And even usually, I really like going to a gym. It's a place that I'm happy to go. I feel really refreshed afterwards and I feel proud of myself. I usually, take it slow and just the exercises that are fun for me. And I really love it. I even posted a little short yesterday of me in the gym. So it's a place that I usually like. But today, the thought of going to the gym was like, nah, I still have things to do. Maybe I hop on live here. Maybe I cook something. I was actually cooking something then. Maybe I call a friend. Maybe I listen to a podcast or YouTube video. And there were just like a million things coming up, right? So where I kind of like put it on, I don't have time. There are just so many things to do. And while this might be true, we all are busy, right? But if there's something that you prioritize in your life, you need to make time for it, obviously, unless you are in a crisis. So I personally value health, value fitness, and I prioritize it at least like 3 or 4 times a week, an hour. That's like my bare minimum. So no time is not an excuse because it's a priority for me. I have to make time unless there's an emergency. Same with dating. If dating and having a relationship is a priority for you, you technically should make time for it. Yeah, then you will see your friends a little bit less, or maybe you will see a little bit less of your favorite Netflix show, but I want you to make time for it. Okay, so that's it's kind of a thing. It's a priority. And if you prioritize working on your career, maybe starting a business and you still have a full-time jobs, have a Saturday 4 hours blocked. You make time for stuff, because it's a priority. And such this is a priority for me to work out, to move my body, even if it's not in the way that I can. And then I was like, this totally goes against my priorities, against my values. Like I value workout. Why am I suddenly distracted cooking something? Or I mean, my work is also a priority, but I've been live yesterday. I don't have to come on live again here. So I was like, what's going on? What's going on? I was reflecting. And then I knew it. I knew it. The reason I didn't want to go to gym today, I was like, no, a million excuses, is because of a negative association. Because last time I went to gym, I actually had knee pain afterwards. I hurt my knee, and subconsciously I was thinking, if I go to gym again, and today, like I was still actually going for the upper body exercises, but like if I go to the gym again and do my regular gym routine, my knee will hurt again, and I didn't want to go. So I figured out this was my subconscious kind of like blockage. And then I realized, by the way, now it's already too late, so tomorrow I'm gonna go. And then I realized, yeah, okay, I don't have to do the heavy lifting. I don't have to do my regular thing where I do those machines that really strain my knee. If it's too early, it still has to like recover a little bit. I can do just simple body weight exercises because they are still important, not just for looks. Like, I do need it for my health. I get back pain if I don't work out. Okay, I get back pain, like my muscles are so. I could be stretching. I could be, there are like some massage tools doing massages. I could be doing body weight exercises just to activate the muscles, because when you're sitting all day, and I'm sitting a lot, I do get back pain. So it's something that I prioritize, but I didn't do it. And then subconsciously I realized, but this is like a boring exercise, like body weight, stretching, activating muscles for health. Like, I want my favorite routine, and that includes heavy weightlifting. And I was like, because I found this subconscious belief, I'm like, it's not your type. It's not, this gym exercise is not your type. That's why you are resisting. So, you see how my subconscious sabotaged me going to gym today, and how I'm going to fix it tomorrow. And again, you can translate it in other life areas, and I will in a second tell you how to do it in dating as well. If you're resist dating, is I'm going to be first of all self-aware of that. Yeah. By the way, at this point, 90% of my subconscious self-sabotage I can already find, but I'm still having a coach that I'm talking to 2 or 3 times a week to help me spot that blind spot, because sometimes there's this still 10% even in me, although I'm a coach, I'm seeing this for other people, where we kind of believe those stories. Like, I literally didn't have time. I had to cook like some dessert. Like, no, you didn't. Right? Anyways, because I spotted that, I got self-aware. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do the exercises I can do, even my knee is still injured, and I'm gonna have fun. Because you saw, one of my subconscious beliefs was that it will be boring, like without weight, it will be boring. No, I'm gonna have a nice music on, a nice outfit, and I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna enjoy that. Okay, so that's my plan. So I'm going tomorrow. Now, coming back to dating, relationships, and again, this you can also use in all other life areas, even money, even health, even weight loss, anything. It's the same thing. When you catch yourself making excuses, avoiding dating, avoiding commitment, yeah, even when, like, how do you avoid commitment? Every time you find a man who wants to commit, you're like, ew, like, there's something wrong with him. This is also you're avoiding commitment. And while there's literally a fine line between what are excuses and what is the subconscious blockage, a lot of time there is this subconscious blockage because you had a negative association. Maybe your type, like my type, is heavy lifting that hurted literally my knee and I have to take at least a break from it. Maybe your type is that guy who is kind of like playful, bad, but sexy. And you're like, he was so attractive, but he cold-hearted dumped me, and I'm still in pain. Like, I like this guy, and he cold-hearted dumped me. So maybe your type, just like my type in gym was heavy lifting, maybe your type was hurting you, and you're like the other guy who is like a nice guy who has like a really good career. He's a doctor. He maybe is an entrepreneur. He's an investor. He's kind. He's respectful. Maybe he's just not my type. Maybe, yeah, no. But then my type, the bad guy who just wanted to have fun, and he was fun to be around, I'm still in pain because of him. So, okay, let's just completely avoid dating or relationships. So you see that if there is such a subconscious blockage, when we are in our thoughts, we literally in the moment believe this is true. Just like today, only after I sit down and really talk to myself, like what's going on, only then I catch myself. So I invite you to do the same with you as well. If you're avoiding dating, you're avoiding relationships, or you're always picking men who don't want a commitment, who don't want to provide, there is 100% a subconscious blockage, because most women that I talk to, yeah, not even women, even men, you are amazing. You are worthy. You are deserving the best partner. But there is something internally blocking you, and it's often a negative association. And for example, um, my negative association with the body weight workout was that it's boring. Okay, that was like my belief. Oh, it's boring. Why would I do this? Like, who am I? Like a beginner? And the truth is, it's just a belief. It doesn't have to be boring, right? And just like you might say, and by the way, I'm making this up right now because every single woman is gonna have a different subconscious blockage or belief. So for example, for you it could be, oh, the man who is kind to me, who is like financially stable, he's gonna be boring. Like I want that bad boy who is there for fun. Okay, what if we change that? We first of all find that and then we change it. Okay, what if you still love talking to him and you have conversations that light you up? What if he isn't boring? And then yeah, only settle for a guy like that. What if he is already so financially free that he can take you like regularly, really often on adventurous trips and exciting vacations where it's not boring, right? So you get to have it all. But awareness is so important. And if you catch yourself making excuses that I don't have time, or the other thing is important, or yeah, there are no good men anyways, or why to open a business, like I'm not gonna be successful anyways, why to change the job, I'm gonna have a better one, or why, like me today, like why to go gym, anyways, it's just a body weight exercise, it's not gonna make any difference, like it will, but when you've catch yourself making excuses like I did today, realize like is it true? Do I really not have time? If it's my priority, I should make time for it. And what is really behind it? And honestly, it's so hard to spot that, especially if you are in your own shoes, because it's like, standing in the middle of the woods and there are so many trees and you just don't know where to go. That's why we often need someone from the outside. Just like I did that today. I literally looked at myself from the outside, but I'm a trained coach. I'm a trained coach since 5 years. This is my literally full-time job to do this for people so I could do it for myself. But I would not be nearly where I am right now in my life. I've been just traveling the world. Yeah, I have a business that lights me up. I help women all over the world. I have full commitment, full providing love in my life. All my relationships, beside also my romantic relationship, but also all other relationships with girlfriends, family, they just blossom. I would not be here if I didn't have extra support. And time is the most important thing in your life. And if you want to have extra support, personalized support, I have a gift for you, a free love audit call. So I will put the link in the description box. We will have a 10 minutes call where you can already ask me your questions, ask me what are the things that you want but you feel stuck. You feel like you're always making excuses, or maybe you really feel like there are really no good men out there, or I really don't have time for things, or like it's really pointless to do this thing. So make sure to reach out. Let's have a quick talk, okay? It's completely free, and you get to book it underneath. I put the link in the description box or in my bio. So when you are spotting yourself that you really want something in your life, yeah, but then it just doesn't happen, you never have time, men are always not good, if you want to open a business but there are no clients, it's just not working. Let's see if there's maybe a subconscious blockage. And I could tell you a million stories about that, also in other life areas like money, my business, even travel. I just did a 6 months travel about the world and I had a subconscious blockage of like being physically unsafe. And it was logically not true because I was like in the best hotels, 5-star hotels. I was safe. I was partially with friends, with family. No, I was not alone. I was I was taken care of. I was provided for. I was with, with masculine protection, but I still had this fear to do this world travel. Yeah. And again, my coach helped me to overcome it. So even I, as a coach, have the support because it's like, do I just gonna not do it because there's a subconscious fear, a subconscious blockage? And then differentially, is it like a real fear? Sometimes it's real, so sometimes we shouldn't do something, or is it just a belief, just a blockage that we make up in our mind? Like today I made it in my mind, like, yeah, like body weight exercise won't be fun, that's why I'm not gonna do it. Like, yes, they will be fun also. Why would they be less fun? Okay, so I hope this resonates with you. And I hope that you can step already aside from whatever you're going through and maybe already see what is the blockage here. Why are you avoiding dating? Why are you avoiding relationship? Why the results are not coming? And if you'd like personalized support, I am trained in that. I am, beside giving you tips about dating relationship, I'm also a coach about transformation, rapid transformation coach. I've been doing it over 5 years, full time, and I'm like, I can find immediately what's holding you back. So book your free call and also give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I see you in the next one.